The greatest distance between two people is not miles, but when they stand close, yet their hearts can no longer reach each other. But love, if it's strong enough, can still make the heart speak again, even after all the silence and time in between. Nothing inside the house had changed. The picture frames on the wall, the little night lamp by the window, and even the vase of dried chamomile flowers Emma once arranged. Everything stayed exactly the same. Thomas woke up every morning and looked at the pillow beside him. Still untouched, neatly laid out, he never let anyone move it. It was sacred to him, a space he preserved, no matter how painful. Breakfast was quiet now. The dining table used to be filled with laughter. Now, only the soft clinking of silverware echoed in the cold air. Sometimes, Thomas would sit for hours, staring into a cup of chamomile tea. Still, he always made 2 cups, one for himself and one for her, even though she wasn't coming back. He didn't need to try remembering. The memories found him in every corner. The tiny scratch on the stair rail from when Emma slipped while carrying their child, the apron she wore while baking, the scent of her still faintly lingering in their bedroom sheets. Thomas often replayed old videos, her laughter so bright, their child's little voice calling, "Mommy!" The warmth he once thought would last forever. One night, he played a clip from their son's first birthday. Emma looked radiant, eyes sparkling with love. Now, when he looked into his own eyes in the mirror, all he saw was emptiness and exhaustion. Thomas began writing letters to Emma, not to send, just to pour out everything his heart never said. Did you know? Maybe I failed. Not because I didn't love you enough, but because I didn't love you the right way. I thought building a home, raising a healthy child, and working hard was enough. But I forgot. You needed to feel like a woman, not just a mother. He'd often fall asleep at the table, tears soaking unfinished pages. Sometimes, in dreams, he'd call her name, only to wake up clutching an old photo. His heart didn't ache because she left. It ached because he couldn't hold on to the one thing that mattered most. That afternoon, it started to rain. Thomas was wiping dust off a family photo when he heard the doorbell. He opened the door and froze. Emma stood there, soaked in rain, hair messy, eyes tired, and body thinner than before. Her lips trembled, but no words came out. She just stood there, like someone returning from exile. I came back. The words fell softly, but hit him like thunder. Thomas didn't know whether to cry or scream. A flood of emotions rose: anger, sorrow, longing, disbelief. He turned away, hand on the door, ready to close it. But something in him paused. Emma stepped inside, quietly. The house hadn't changed, but her heart had grown old. She looked around. Her eyes scanned the familiar couch, the faded flowers, the family picture. Everything felt painfully familiar. Thomas sat opposite her, his eyes cold and distant. "Why? Did you come back?" His voice was heavy, tired. Emma clutched her sleeves tightly. "Because I couldn't go on another day without hearing our child's voice, without hearing yours. I was wrong." "Then why did you leave?" "Because I was exhausted. I was weak. I felt like a shadow in this house. But after I left, I realized you didn't forget me. I was the one who forgot what this home truly meant." Thomas remained silent. Her words echoed through the room, each one like a blade to his chest. Emma suddenly dropped to her knees, crying. "Thomas, I'm not asking for forgiveness. I just want to hold our son. Just once. If you want me to leave after that, I won't say a word." Her voice shook, but her eyes held nothing but sincerity. Thomas clenched his fists. His breath grew heavy. Walls of resentment were breaking. Piece by piece, he stood up, reached out, and pulled her into his arms, tight, warm, trembling. For the first time in so long, he could feel his own heartbeat again. Not anger, not betrayal, just love and tears. Emma tiptoed into the child's room. Their son was fast asleep, his tiny chest rising and falling gently. She sat beside him, held his little hand, and pressed it to her cheek. "My sweet boy. Mommy's home. I'm sorry I wasn't there when you needed me." Tears streamed down her face. Thomas stood quietly by the door. His heart clenched as he watched that small hand twitch. "Mommy." Their child murmured in his sleep. That single word broke them both. And just like that, the family was whole again. Outro, closing message, and call to action. Love is never perfect, but it can heal. Sometimes, a single hug, a whispered apology, or a quiet return is all it takes to begin again. If this story touched your heart, please share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your story. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell for more emotional stories from Midnight Musings Stories. See you in episode 5, the final piece of this heartfelt journey.